Hey guys, we're back. Seems too scattered. We're presenting a special guest today. Jeff is doing another deck profile video. We're actually going to stick with the Broly theme, and we're just going to bring out Best Boy Broly, but in black this time. So without further ado, Jeff, I'm going to hand it over to you. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you for having me again. So it's great to be back to the channel. And today I'm bringing you Black Broly. In other words, Broly Legends Dawning. So ever since this card was announced, I wanted to play it. Even after the effect was announced, because people were kind of disappointed with, oh, it's too balanced, like, no, who wants to crit yourself? But I was like, you know what, there's a lot of fun stuff I can do with this, so I crafted this, and I've been having a blast so far. So to get into the deck, I kind of run a yellow-black variant of it, and I run a lot of Trunks, so you're going to see that. For starters, I run Dimension Support Trunks. For those of you that are not familiar with it, you overwhelm for 3, you pay 1 energy, and you search your deck for one of these cards. So it's a vanilla 2 or less, and I go for my boy Pool, of course. Sui's also good. And it's going to get better in set 5 because they're having 20Ks that are 2 drops, so you're going to have a 20K crit turn 1 through his effect. So from there, my extra cards are Roshi, of course, standard Roshi, 3 of them. They also work well with the Awakened form side, because the Awakened form of Broly, he'll pop a card, forcing your opponent to discard 1. So whenever you negate, you automatically have a resource for your offensive turn. And then from there, Flying Nimbus, of course, one of the best negates in the game, can help you live for a turn, and in combination with Roshi, you can negate the extra attack to survive the whole turn. From there, this is just some kind of filler cards I was messing around with the new tournament cards. Tournament of Power, World Tournament. So Chaozu is pretty good. He's a 1-drop blocker. It's just extra defense. He can also be popped by Broly to make your opponent discard 1. Nice. He works well with Krillin, however, because once you have Chaozu on the board and then make a Krillin on the board, he will gain 1400 and draw 1 per Chaozu. So if I ran 4 and I had all 4 somehow, that's 4 cards right there. Yeah. And then Krillin, he gains 5k in critical, which is great because he'll be another 20k crit, which is amazing. And then from there, Grandpa Gohan, great for swapping out with Goten, which I have later in the deck. And he's also a blocker if you want more defense on board. So from there, Bulma, you gotta have that nice draw power. It's a weenie on board, so often I'll have like 3 or 4 of just 1-drops. So I have fuel for my Broly to pop and make them discard something. And then from there, this is where it kind of got spicy for me. So with the Trunks package that you're gonna see later, I wanted to run something that would make it safe for me to tap out on my turn. This card, when you play it, you can mill up to 2 cards from your deck, which is good for fueling my Overwhelm when I'm awakened. And then you can untap up to 2 of your energy, which is great. And then from there, you draw a card. So she's essentially Bulma for 1 cost with additional milling. And from there, the next card is Goten. Goten works with Grandpa Gohan. You swap, you're able to attack, choose the top 3. That's great for knowing what cards are still in your deck, as well as what cards you're not going to mill. So that's always nice to have, as well as free aggressive pressure. And if he survives, you can just keep drawing every turn. So that's always nice. And then from there, this is the Broly, not the Broly package. I love Broly. This is the Trunks package that I wanted to play with this deck. So for starters, Time Patrol Trunks. I also have the Dimension Support Trunks, but I really just want to focus on this, and you'll see why. So for this, standard Overwhelm, and then you get to draw 2 cards, but one of them you have to put on the top or bottom of the deck. So pretty standard. He's a 15k beater. Usually summon him, swing, and then from there is the next chain in his evolution. It's a 4-drop, 4 energy if you evolve as well, 20k double strike beater. His effect is really where it shines. So in combination with the Explorer Bulma from here, this Trunks, if you have a 3 or less battle card in your warp zone, you can play that for free as soon as he comes out from being evolved. So essentially, the turn play will go Overwhelm for Time Patrol, you draw a card, then you evolve after swinging with this. So when he comes in, he evolves into active. So automatically a free double striker, again in that same turn. You bring out the Bulma, this one. You get to untap 2 energy. So if you're playing this on turn 4, you're tapped out. With the Bulma, you have 2 energy again, and you're drawing a card. So right there, Time Patrol is 1 draw, Bulma's another draw, and then you have another 20k double striker. The next turn, if you're lucky enough, I only play 2 because it's not that consistent and I don't want to break too much, is this Trunks. You evolve for 5. Basically what he does is he's a triple strike, great finisher. He'll untap 1, I believe he draws 1, and then he'll warp a battle card, basically like Banisher Fu.
Right.
Just with sexy ass art, basically, for Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. Trunks is one of my boys, one of my favorite characters, so I'm really excited I got to play that. And then from there, more Overrealm, Scientist Fu. He's a great finisher as well. He draws you 2 additional cards. Usually with this deck, I'm able to draw a lot because of the Bulmas, because of the Gotens, as well as Scientist Fu. He's just going to give me more pressure as well as more cards in my hand. Finally, super combo. The only one you can play at the moment is Supreme Kai of Time. Had to get her foil because I love Broly and I wanted to get this looking nice. As well as in the future, they're going to release the Trunks super combo. So that's going to be something I'm going to pick up, and maybe for like shits and giggles, I can hard summon that and then be able to evolve it with this package as well. So this is the deck. So far it's running pretty smoothly. If I had to make some changes, I would probably swap out these cards. I'm thinking I may take out like the Krillins, for example, add in 2 Crusher Balls, and that way
that's
I can
interesting.
I can survive a turn against more aggro decks, especially ones that play Overrealm. Because if you Crush a Ball and an Overrealm card, it's basically useless unless it gets the special effect to like warp your cards or something. As for the other 2, I'm not really sure what I swap in at the moment, but there's plenty of options to choose from. So this deck is only going to get better in set 5, especially.
Right. I was going to ask you, are there any cards you're looking forward to in set 5 to add into this deck to make it maybe more competitive or maybe more consistent in play?
So definitely one card I have my eye on so far is the 3-drop. I think it's the BCC promo. It's the I want to say the Zeno Heroes Goku. That's not the exact name, but he's like in that like universe. He looks cool art. So basically what he is he is a 3-drop Vegito. So when that card is in rest mode, your opponent can't attack your leader card, and he loses 5k on the opponent's turn. So basically he's a 15k blocker that doesn't block pretty much. Yeah. So if you can keep him alive, he's great, because then for every turn afterwards you don't have to worry about taking too much damage, and your leader crits himself. So at the beginning of the game you're going to get low pretty fast. You're going to get to awaken, which is great, and then you get to put additional pressure, but at the same time you always want to keep a careful eye on your life, because you don't want to get too aggressive to the point where you have like 4 life, your opponent has 8, and then you have to worry about every single life afterwards.
Yeah.
So you always want to keep the balance ratios of life pretty equal. So for my first turn, I'll usually try to mill with this leader, play this in my opening hand, bring this out, so I have 1 attack, 2 attacks, 3 attacks. This attack is basically a crit because they have to discard 1. This is absolutely a crit because of the effect of this guy, and he's just an additional 1. So they'll usually let 2 out of 3 go through, which is amazing. And then from there, I have the life lead, so I can be aggressive and I can take hits if I need to. And that's pretty much how I want to play the deck until turn 4, where I evolve and then go in with anything that I need of one of these 2 finishers. And the nice thing about this deck as well is because I play the Roshis and the Nimbus, I'm usually able to live until like turn 5 or 6, which is pretty late in this game.
Yeah.
For now, because of the meta of being aggressive and stuff. So overall, it has the defense, it has the pressure with the Overrealm. You could always tweak this to play different Overrealm cards, like the Crit Mirror, the Mirror that makes them discard. I just like the Trunks package. It takes up a lot of room, so I can't really play too much, because I don't want to see too many black cards. So I feel like this is a good ratio between yellow and black. You can also play like red and black. I may mess around with that, because the Videl is basically Roshi, so there's always fun stuff to experiment with. But I love this deck, and I hope that someone out there is able to take it to the next level. I might try and play this at Atlantic City on Sunday, the Comic-Con weekend, but we gotta see. It's either this or Baby. Both are looking pretty cool.
Okay, great.
Just want to say thank you again for having me. I hope you enjoyed the deck profile. Shout outs to Seems Too Scattered again for the great content and for just being awesome. So
thanks, Jeff. And I guess just to finish up, thank you guys. Our sub count has doubled in the last week, so I guess just a quick shout out to the community who's supporting us. And guys, there's more videos to come. You know, again, I don't know if you want to pan over the you know, this is this channel, like when we first made it, it was for you know, I guess for everyone really. So we appreciate the support. More videos to come. So like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.